Good day, good people. This is Stephanie of Dr. Stephaniecreates, and today I am going to be sharing with you the 2024 Van Dieman ink collection. Now, I don't know if you are like me, but I had no idea this was such a thing. Let me show you the cover. It'll probably glare because it's shiny. But I had no idea that there was a Van Dieman ink collection that they do every year. And basically, it is your fountain pen inks, and they simply label each ink as a month. I found that to be very interesting as well. The packaging on this was cute. It came in the box. It came with a few stickers, and I guess you could put them directly on the jars or bottles of the ink. It came with, this is a coupon, so that's why I have it flipped over. It's a gift card for the next order with $15 off. And then it also came with some swatch cards for each month, which I thought was cute. Now, I'm not going to be using those today because this will be my first time just playing with the inks. So I'm simply going to be putting them inside of one of my ink books. I was going to call it a journal, but it's actually not a journal. It's kind of a book that I want to keep throughout the year as I acquire inks in 2025. You've seen it before. It's just this same Airful notebook, now that I finally figured out or listened carefully at how it is pronounced. But it's pronounced Airful. Okay, and like I was saying, the inks are simply titled by the month. So what I also did is I went in my stash and I found a Sweet Caress Designs mini, what am I trying to say? I was going to say mini icon, but a mini printout of just the months. And that way I will just slap these down next to the ink swatches to kind of help this go along. Okay. Oh, and also the collection came with this guide book, advertisement rather, but it also included some instructions. This talks about cleaning your pen, regular cleaning and deep cleaning. Of course, it's got a plug in to buy their fountain pen cleaner. I actually use the Monteverde cleaner and I don't see a reason to switch yet. Tips for shimmer inks, it talks about that as well. And then it basically just highlights each one of the inks, but that also came with this collection. Okay, so let's get started. I see right now it's going to be hard to get these inks out of this container. So let's do this. Let's pull a couple out. Or better yet, let's just pull them all out. I apologize. You guys know how I am on camera. I like for things to be as smooth as possible, but sometimes that's just not the way life is. So I'm just pushing them through, getting them out for the swatching. Let's put that down on the ground. Okay. Okay. I pulled out some of my other supplies, but I realized I did not have any water, or I do not have any water. So that's okay. I will use my cotton swabs, or Q-tips rather, but I'll try to use them in a different way. And then I also have something for the ink if it gets out of hand. Okay. So in this first swatch, we're going to do January, and I'm going to come down a little bit because I'm going to give myself room to write up here in the future. This January looks to have a little bit of shimmer in it. If you can see that. Okay. And I'm going to go straight down and I'm going to dab rather than swipe. This January ink. May swipe a little bit. Okay. That's a pretty gold with some gold shimmer for January. And again, this is the 2024 collection. Next, we have February. Looks to be a pinkish purple. I don't really see any shimmer in it, but I'm going to shake it up anyway. And I'm going to put down February here. And as you see, I don't have any nail polish on today, so I'm doing this intentionally before I do my nails. Because you guys know how it is with the ink. When it gets everywhere or definitely gets up under your nail or nail color. Now this is a pretty pinkish purple. I hope that you guys can see. But I definitely will share all of the swatches at the end. Okay, that's pretty. It's February. All right, the next one is my birthday month, March. I hope March comes through with a pretty ink. Let's see. And mind you, I did see these swatched online, but you know how it is also when you get to them in person. Trying to see if that has a little, no, I don't really see a shimmer in it, but let's see. I did get this collection box off of Vanness using my discount code of Stephaniecreates. I got 10% off. I want to say this box might have been $80 for all 12 months, something like that. And then I got the discount off of that. That is a nice dark green. So if you're interested, you can go over there and pick it up. Also, I think they still have the 2023 box in stock as well. And I did see these boxes 2023 and 2024 on other sites, surprisingly. But like I said, I didn't even know it was a thing until I was, of course, mindless scrolling, which I had no business doing. Oh, now this April is pretty. It's more coppery with some shimmer in it. Okay, let's see. April. Trying to swatch a little different. I'm trying to get a technique down that I like that shows more of the ink properties. So that's why I'm doing a smaller blob and more of a tapping motion. Okay, that's pretty. And I keep sliding the book, hoping that I'm in frame for you guys to get a good look at it. Okay, that's April. Then we have May, and I'm going to make May fit right here. Okay, and let's look. Okay, May seems to be a pretty blue inside the bottle. And again, I'm just going to shake. Oh, like a aquamarine-ish color blue. These are Van Dieman inks. I hope I said that in the beginning. I will put it in the title, but just wanted to reiterate that these are Van Dieman inks that I've come to like over the last couple of months. Between Wearing Gold and Van Dieman, I'm starting to branch out just a little bit. Because, of course, I am a Diaman girl, or Diaman, however you pronounce it, Diaman. Because, again, like I've shared before, 2024 was my first year diving into fountain pens and fountain pen inks, which should tell you something. If it hadn't even been a full year yet, because it was April when I got into it, I need to get somewhere and sit down with all these inks and all these pens that I already have. I have plenty to venture out and use for 2025, and that is my goal. But I'm also not going to deprive myself if there's something that I really, really like and think that I will enjoy. But I am also trying to be more mindful. Okay, June. Okay, June. June is a very wet ink, which is funny because, again, when I was first learning about all this and I would hear people say, "Oh, that's such a wet ink." And I'm thinking, well, isn't it supposed to be wet? It's ink and it's supposed to flow. But I now understand what you mean by wet. Still haven't figured out the dry one, but I do understand the wet where it's a little bit, I hate to use the word moist, but has a lot of moisture in the ink. Okay, I think that one's pretty too. Okay, July. July put way over here. Okay, July looks interesting because it's very, very clear. It's a pinky ink, but then I see bits and pieces of shimmer stuck to the glass right there. You see it? And then when I turn it over, you see that pink shimmer moving. That's going to be interesting. Let's see what we get for July. I want to shake that up really well because that just looks different. And I don't want to mess it up. Excuse my voice. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, wow. Bubblegum-ish. It's a pinky pink. And why do we say that? Pinky pink. I guess it could have another color in it, like a brown pink or a blue pink. You can see, I can see the shimmer. I'm hoping that it dries well so that you guys will be able to see it as well. But that one's interesting, and how light it is interesting as well. So we'll see when July dries. Okay. Let's move on to August. And I do hope you all are doing well. I know I just jumped right into the video. Didn't even welcome you, but welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you've come back. And if this is your first time, I'm glad you chose to watch this video. This is August. It appears to be like a dark green or a turquoise. But again, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your new year has started out pretty good. We're more than halfway through with the first month. If you're like me, the first month has just been a trial period of still getting all things together. And that's okay. Also, honestly, when I talk about all the New Year stuff and New Year things, I actually count that during my birthday month. My birthday is March. And in March, on my birthday, I actually, hang on, can't concentrate and dab. I actually start my new year then because I'm like, I'm blessed here to be here for another birthday. Glad to be here. Now I'm going to plan out and do all the things. So I still work on goals and things like that with the January New Year. But I guess I don't go hard on myself until my birthday. Now that August looks a little dark, but it's pretty. It's like a darker turquoise color. It's pretty. That's August. Let's see. September, October, November, and December are right here. Let me try to straighten this up. Again, I do have the left hand slant, so I apologize if it's hard to kind of see, but I will hold everything up once I've completed all the swatches. So here's September. Oh, September is a shimmer as well. I was trying to look at the color. I want to say bluish purple because look at that shimmer. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, September. Oh, wow. I guess I need to put my glasses on because there's nothing. Well, there is some touch of purplish. I was going to say there's nothing purple about it, but it's got a nice gray tone to it as well. But I think it's going to dry down with some lavenderish lightness of purple. Okay. Interesting. I also need to grab my extra sheet of paper right here because it looks like I'm going to have to flip over for November and December, but I am going to squeeze October. If I don't rip the poor little sticker, I'm going to squeeze October down here at the bottom just so I can have 5 and 5, even though I gradually got larger in my swatching. But that's just Stephanie, and that's what she does. Okay, this one is purple. I can see it turned sideways, but then it also has a sheen as well. So, a couple of good sheening inks. One of my girlfriends will be excited about that. She is the shimmer, shall I say. I said sheen, but I meant to say shimmer. She is the shimmer queen, so I think that she is going to be excited about the amount of shimmers that are in these inks because we swap and switch inks all the time. So I'm sure she will come and get some samples. Of this one. I don't really want to flip the page just yet. I didn't think that through because that is not going to be ready yet. Let me give it a minute. While I do that, I can keep talking. Let's look at November and December, and then we'll swatch them, and I'll flip the page. Now, this one is light, just kind of like July was, but July gave us that little pop of shimmer once we shook it up. This one is crystal clear. There is no shimmer. So again, this is November. I apologize. I was comparing it to July. Nonetheless, this is November. It's crystal clear. It is probably going to be a light ink. And I think October is dried enough for me to at least flip the page and do November and December. And I'm going to do them side by side to signify the cutoff of this Van Dieman collection in this book. Okay, so here we go with November. It might even be kind of orangey. I wasn't even thinking about orange. Excuse me. Let's see. Very, very light. Very, very light. To the point where, you know what I'm doing with this swatch. Very, very light. It's going to be interesting. Let me try to get a little puddle. Because if it just all goes through the page, we might not get a good look. But at first glance, it's a very, very light orange. And then lastly, we have December. Pretty green. I'm still in a chokehold with green, guys. Trying to get over it. And then we can see that there's a sheen, or excuse me, a shimmer. Don't know what's up with the sheen and the shimmer today. There's a shimmer inside this green. Let's see. And I'd be interested to know, I probably would find out if I read this book that came with this collection. Did they try to make colors, you know, based on season significance or matching them with months per se? I mean, yeah, this is green, December, holiday season. I get it. Pretty green too. But I just wonder if that had anything to do with it. And I'll tell you, I came across this because I was trying my best not to get anybody's ink vent. I did good because I didn't. Kept staring at Diaman, kept watching you all's videos. And I think the only real reason I didn't is because I find that they, you know, after the season is over, they produce them as a regular color that I can still get. So I'm figuring if there's something that I just have to have based on what I saw, I could always go back and get my hands on it. But anyway, I was doing that, resisting. And then when I came across this collection, I was like, it's cheaper than the Diamond ink vent. It was cheaper than the Colorverse. Still wasn't necessarily cheap, but cheaper was the justification I gave myself. And I almost got the 2023, and then I thought about it. It was so close to the end of the year. Did they come out with 2024? So I reached out to Lisa at Vanness, who I met at the Chicago Planner Conference. And she is just a joy. She loves what she does. But anyway, reached out to her and she said, yeah, we're going to be ordering them and we're going to be getting them. And she'd let me know when they came in so I could order. And she did just that. So that's how I stumbled upon this collection and realizing that they've been doing it for a couple of years. Okay, I was trying to give December and November a little bit more dry time. But when I do that, I see November's still moving. But it's okay. I'll just pop this sheet back over here on this side. And it can act as my faux blotting sheet. Okay, so let's look at what we got. Beautiful colors here. We have January. Let me lift this up a little bit. We have January, where you can see a little bit of shimmer. February, a sheening ink, pretty purple. March, kind of a grayish green. April, went back to some shimmer. May, a nice blue. June, purple pink. July, this pink, guys, it is bubblegum, but there is shimmer in it. don't know if you can see it all that well. I'm trying to turn the page where you could catch a glimpse. Then we have August, a darker turquoise. September, interesting how it dried. That was the one that had the grayish purple. It was more gray when it was wet. Now you can see the purple and then some shimmer. October is a light purple with a green shimmer. You can see bits of the green shimmer as it has dried. And then, hope I didn't mess up, November and December. November is still pretty wet, but if you look on the edge right here, you'll see the dry down with a little bit of sheen. But yeah, it's a orangish pink type color. And then December with our green, and you can see a little bit of the shimmer when I move the page. So interesting. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with the colors. Glad that I tried them out. And I do plan to use some of these inks throughout the year. I'm going to put this back down. Again, this is the Van Dieman ink collection for 2024. And they simply named each ink a month out of the year. So yeah, I think that was pretty cool. Pretty cute idea. In the comments, let me know what you think. Is this something you'd be interested in? Would you be interested in looking back at 2023? See if they go even further back, 2022, 21. Anxiously waiting on 2025. Let me know your thoughts about these inks. And again, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to the channel and please like the video if you enjoyed the content I shared. And until next time, love on your family, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.